Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Let me turn this around. Let's see what we got. Did we get it? There we go. Wait a minute. I just had it. There. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our show, Latino Psychic Visions. This mug's for you. And here we are making noise already. Maybe we'll go into outer space with this. That don't sound like outer space to me. But anyway, hope everybody had a good week. We are here. The reason I got my jacket on today is because it's going to be 58 right now and it's raining. Light rain, but it's going to be cold. So, I guess we go to the board and see who's here so far, who gets honorable mention. And that goes to Jose. Good morning, buddy. Everybody, my daughter Maria's on. She's got to work today, but she's going to be on. Honey, what time does it open there? Let's see who else we got here. Herbie Lopez, good morning. Rachel, good morning. And Kathy Little, good morning. Good to have you on. Hope you guys are doing good where you're at. Hey, Kathy, I'll give you one that I saw a, what do they call those things? A reel. There's a reel of a lady who had a snake about this long, maybe, and she had a hole in the wall. And she took the snake and put the snake in the hole of the wall and then grabbed a bucket and put it under the hole. And all of a sudden, about 10 mice came out, jumping into the bucket. And I thought to myself, okay, now what are you going to do with them? And then what about the snake in the wall? Crazy, crazy, crazy. There's Cousin Greg. Hey, buddy, are you guys okay over there? I mean, you guys have been getting what we got as far as the weather's concerned. Lousy. What did I parted that right? I thought there. No. Ooh. Anyway, it's going to be rainy for us, right? Rainy and kind of cold. So you'll probably get what I get, but later. And then that big storm went overseas. I saw that. They were doing a report overseas. Thunder and lightning behind the guy and it's raining and everything. I'm glad we were done with it. Is this all we're going to have today? Come on, where's the people? I'll wait. There we go. Denise, good morning, Denise. Mandy Nicolette Montoya, where are you from? Good morning, Eric. By the way, that picture of Vicky and Sophia, that was really nice. I like that. Good to hear, Bream. That's good to hear it was sunny and warm. Got some stuff to talk about, as you can see, or you understand, or whatever. Stuff is going up and down so fast. It ain't easy to keep up with anymore. So I just let things happen and then report at the end of the week. Hi, Dad. Mandy Montoya, where are you texting from? Boy, it sure is slow, I'll tell you that. I know there's no marches today. Gloria Rodriguez, good morning. They're coming in slow, Laura. That's, I got time to say good morning to everybody. I'm going to pick a different song. Danny Rio, good morning, buddy. Good to see you on. These are weird songs, man. Strange. Anyway, like I said, I hope everybody had a good week. Ours has been good. We're dealing with the weather deal and things that are happening in the world. So, but we just keep going. Sandra Benfaz, good morning, fans. Good morning. Good morning. Let's boogie. I don't think I got that, honey. Here's what I got. Too early for that. That good. Well, we can feed the ducks. Pamela Olsen, good morning. Everybody's coming in slow today, which is understandable. Hard to get up in the morning. Like for me, it is. Little salsa music. Anyway, our topic today, everybody, is love yourself. Because there's so many things that have been coming up about people feeling like they're not worthy, And I'm just like, no. Don't let that, it'll get to you. Trust me. All the stuff that's going on will get to you. And it'll bring your spirit down. You need to bring your spirit back up again. And no one can do it for you but you. So here we are. I mean, I know, like I tell Faye, I don't care about what's going on outside of our house. I care about what's happening inside our house. And we got to keep our head up high. We know we're going through a lot of, but we just got to keep going. You can't give up on life just because of that. And if anybody's going through anything, remember, The national number for help, for professional help, is 988. That's all you got to dial, 988. They don't even dial anymore. That's all you got to press, 988. That is the International Professional Psychiatric Help. Because I tell you guys all the time, I know a lot of stuff, but I'm not a doctor, okay? I don't have a degree. That's what I need. But I've been through a lot. I know a lot, and I try to help everybody else with what I know. Like I said, I'm not professional, so please dial 988 if you are having any problems coping with anything regarding all the stuff that we're going through. If you're having problems with that, then please call that phone number, all right? It's a suicidal hotline is what it is. But these people are professionals and they can talk you through a lot of stuff. Me, I can talk you through a lot of stuff, but I'll bore you. Anyway, call that number, okay? 988. That's all you had to hit. Cheers, everyone. Now, as a lot of you know, I'm going to cover a lot of stuff today, okay? As a lot of you know, it's because springtime's here, per se. Some places it's not, but you got to get your vehicle ready. And with that, you got to have your oil changed. Look, make sure your front end, last week, I think it was, we talked about the bouncy and all that. That's the ball joints. The tie rod end, what a tie rod end does is it keeps, I don't like that, okay. What a tie rod end does is it keeps your wheel straight up and down, okay. When the tie rod end is going, your wheel starts going outward, and then eventually it'll bust, and you'll be stuck. If you hear rattling while you're driving, that's your ball joints, uppers and lowers. And if you do the uppers, do the lowers. Don't play with it, okay? Or don't just do the lowers and think the uppers are okay. What it is, it's a ball that fits in a socket and it rotates, okay? If it do one and not the other, this one becomes more loose and then plop out. That's that. I'd advise what they call a power flush for your radiator, changing the antifreeze. And let's see, check your battery. If you turn your car on and you just hear, that's one of two things. Either your starter is locked up or you have a bad connection on your cable ends on the battery. So just, if you can, grab your cable end and see if you can turn it by hand. If you can, then you got problems. You got to tighten it up. After you're done checking on that, please wash your hands with cold water because the acid will burn your clothes if you do this. Okay? Remember, we need 2 headlights and 2 tail lights. Make sure your blinkers work. A blinker in the back and in the front has what they call a double element, which means you'll see a little spring that goes across in the light bulb like that. And there's a little one and a big one. And one of them makes sure, the little one I think is for the blinker. Make sure it's not busted. If it's busted, get a new bulb. And usually it will tell you that on your dashboard. If you see the blinking light is still on, it's because you got a light bulb that's out. See, you guys didn't know this stuff, did you? I just try to help everybody because, you know, I've sold cars for 27 years, so I know what I'm saying. Trying to do what I can do. And this show is very informative. I try to help everybody. Let me turn this stuff down a little bit. Carol Amario, good morning. Good to see you. Everybody's coming in slow today, so we're going to be doing like a slow show. I'm not in no rush or anything. I'm here till noon. Sandra Fosmeyer, good morning. Where was I? Oh, in the car. Make sure you have the right amount of air in your tires, because people don't know this. When your car rolls and like you're going fast, Gloria Lozano, good morning. Good. Is that my? No, let's see. Okay. And then John Lynch, good morning, John. Yeah, I know. My wife, I told her I got to shave it off. She goes, no. She says, I like it. She said, just, we'll trim it. Take the edges out. But anyway, make sure your tires are up. Make sure you have the right amount of air in your tires, because if you go fast and your tire's low, it can blow out and you'll lose control of it. Trust me. So make sure that's done. What else do you need to know? Never mind fiddling with the radio, Sing to yourself. Because a lot of people have the tendency when they're driving, they lean over and grab the radio, and then you lose control. Liz Carcamo, hello, good morning. Liz, where are you texting from? Are you new? There's my dear friend. How are you, Sandra? Good to see you. Good morning. Sandra Dole. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that, Jose. Thank you for that. Make sure that you change the fluid in your transmission. Okay? Make sure you have it checked, because a lot of times it's dirty. Now, you take it to somebody and they take off, you can see the change in the color. It's supposed to be a maroon. Any other color, then you got problems. On the radiator, if you take off the radiator cap and you see white, then you have what we would call a broken head gasket, okay? And that's costly. So make sure you check that out, because if your car overheats, that's the signs of a broken head gasket. And the reason I'm giving you guys all this stuff, because nobody ever talks on all the shows that I've seen. Nobody ever talks about your automobile or your truck or whatever, And I'm just trying to help you guys get ready for the spring and the summer. If you hear a noise when you turn on the car and it goes like that, that's your power steering pump. If it's hard to turn, that's your power steering pump. You could pour fluid and keep it going. It's going to run out. If it's running out, then one of your pressure hoses is cracked or busted. You got to get it changed. Now, if you're going on vacation and you're going to pack a bag, no. I'm just trying to help it. Just those that need their car. Because a lot of people, this is no offense to the girls at all, but a lot of guys take advantage of the girls when they bring their car in. Oh, you're going to need a no so-and-so. Ask moi. I'll tell you what you need. My job was to take a car home when I sold cars. I would take a car home, and then I would report in the morning when I came to work and let them know what that car needed. And a lot of times, believe it or not, folks, I can drive a car, and just by the holding the steering wheel, I can go through the whole car mentally and here, and I can tell you what's wrong with the car. Another gift, I guess. Yeah? Yeah, I hope because if they do change the gas, a lot of times, understand this, folks, your gas has a lot of water in it. So there's a bottle of stuff called heat, H-E-E-T. If you fill up your tank throw a thing of heat in there. It cleans the inside of the motor. Okay. Also, there's another one by Lucas. This Lucas gas treatment. Put that in there instead. That stuff really powers it. There's also Lucas oil treatment. And these things are good to have because they're good products that they use on race cars. So it's okay to spend a little money on your vehicle rather than have to spend. You could, like they say, you could pay me now or you can pay me later. So, and change your oil filter. When they change your oil, change the oil filter. A lot of people do that. They do it automatically. We've been watching other readers and all that. A lot of people are talking about their animals are dying, and we're just wondering what's up with that. We keep our boys in the house all the time, unless they just got to go do their number. But other than that, they're in the house all the time, right, Dad? I don't want them outside because there's a lot of big dogs around here and they can jump the fence, and I don't want none of my boys gone. Oh, let's see. Carol says what? Yeah, I really didn't see anything, Carol. There's everybody. There's Richard here. Good morning, Richard. Liz Carcamo, can you please tell me where you are texting from if you're new here? I am a psychic medium of over 22 years, and I help people with things that I see, okay? So it helps me to know where you're at because I have like a radar that just goes straight down in where you're at. And I'm wearing my jacket today because it's chilly today. Dad. Pinguini, why are you such a crab? You're turning out like Daddy. My little chihuahua going nuts. Nancy. She wants to know, how do you see my ex Steve and Brian? That's not how we operate here. Number one, there's no picture of you in your circle, that little N there. And if you're new, I need to know where you're texting from, because I don't recall the name. And everybody here knows that you don't log on and say, what do you see for me? It's not how it works. I have to get your vibes, okay? You're from Tampa, Florida. Okay. Now, if you could put a picture in there, it would help a lot. Yeah, I noticed that, Richard. Richard's talking about this, folks, so you know. Richard and I always communicate together because we see things like earthquake, volcano eruption, blah, 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 And there's been a lot of them on the southern western part of the United States. And also, Richard, they're talking about uh, the volcanoes up around where I said in the Oregon, Washington area. Oh, that music's driving me nuts now. Orale, let's just relax here, okay? Do a little night driving. Mind you now, Nancy, I'm not scolding you. I'm just trying to get you into how we go here on the show. I've been a psychic medium now for over 22 years, and I've helped tons of people, and I mean tons of people. When I lived in Texas for 27 years, a lot of people would come from all over the place. And I mean all over Texas and Oklahoma. They would come and see me. Okay, I need one picture that shows your face if you could. That helps a lot. Because my thing is I read eyes, okay? But I do, I don't want to put you on the spot, Nance, okay? But I do get tears. That for some odd reason, you've been crying about something. I don't know what. And I'm getting your left side for some reason, too. I don't know if you've ever had a stroke or something, but I'm getting the left side. Your shoulder, your arm, your left leg. Cheers, everybody. Salud. Yes, you. Your picture hasn't come in yet, but I'm picking that up. Like I said, I got to pick up the vibe, so I'm picking it up. Diana Benedict, good morning. Margot, how's the old man doing? I say, old man, I'm way older. I could be his dad. Now this, I'm glad about, Eric, because I told you before I saw, something, and it's always good to have a good physical. And understand this, folks. First off, I'm not a doctor, but if I see something that's there, and I tell you I don't like what I see, please heed the warning and get to the doctor, okay? I've helped a lot of people that way when I see things and, they go to the doctor and boom, it's there. No, he's having surgery? Well, you tell my buddy I'll be praying for him, all right? Let's see now. Lucky Leah was Lupita, yes. Lupita Prado. Good morning, dear. Good to see you. Yeah, I had it cut. It was trimmed. It was all over the place. And then I was eating my hair. And that's why I am with my mustache. I trimmed my mustache too. But we are going to zip it and all that stuff, make it look nicer. So I told her, I said, it itches too much. And Faye doesn't want me to do it, so she don't want me to shave it all off. She calls me, the way she says it, she goes, my handsome man. And I go, who are you looking at? Nancy, you being new here and all that, I'm picking up mom for some reason. Is mom still with us? And if she is, then I'm getting like she talks to herself or something, like, excuse me for saying, but the beginning stages of dementia. Oh, Sandra, thank you, dear. I gotta agree with Sandra, everybody. No, I look like Gabby Hayes right now. Okay, wait, what was? All right, then please understand, dear. That's why I got the left side. I was getting the left side of somebody, and I got the left side of your mom. Please understand that she's with you, okay? She's talking about somebody, Nancy, by the name of Kelly. I get the name Kelly, she's telling me. And is dad still alive? And I'm sorry, folks. When I zone in on somebody, I zone in. So, Nancy, if you could type fast and let me know, is dad still here? No, not Casey. I got Kelly, she told me. That's your daughter, Casey. Okay. But is dad still alive? There's the German buggy. Hello, dear. Hi, Shawnee. Mary Lucia, good morning. See, I told you guys it's going to take a slow process and they start coming. Boom. Nancy, can you please let me know, is dad still alive? Dear, do you want to air that out on this show? Okay, dad died of COVID. Did dad die of COVID? You said no, he didn't. COVID. So I don't understand that one. I know, Herbie, I'm already started. I'm working with Nancy right now. Herbie, I'll tell you right now, buddy, be careful of a fall on the left side. Like you'll fall sideways on your left, okay? Because I get your wrist right away. Boom. He died of COVID. Okay. Is there somebody I want to say, Nancy, with the name of Clarence? If it's not Clarence, then it's Clara. But I'm going with Clarence first. And I'm dealing with dad right now. Okay? And you can give me other names, but no. If I say Clarence, it's Clarence. Or if it's Clara, either one. Herbert, you're not talking to me, are you? Why would I apologize for you falling? Okay, this is what Jose's calling me, everybody. Mexican Santa Claus. Well, Johnny Canales said I used to look like Kenny Rogers, the poor Kenny Rogers, the poor Mexican Kenny Rogers. And then I had a lot of people called me other names. You look like so and so. You look. Yes, I know Clarence was the angel. I know that. That's on a good, wonderful life. Okay, you don't have to tell me anything, Nance, other than the fact that if I ask you a question, answer the question. But your whole history, I don't need it. I already see stuff. Oh, I have to apologize for working with Nancy? Why? I guess I don't follow you. I'm lost. Maria, I know, honey, that you do, but right now I'm working with Nancy from Florida. If you don't remember, please jot down the names that I've gave you. Forgiven you? Nancy, did your mom make this expression or say this expression? Oh, poo. Like that. Because I just heard it out of her. On this, Nancy, I would tell you to pray to Saint Alexander, Saint Alex. Tell him to take your husband away from you. And Saint Raymond to shut him up. Richard, no, get in line. Okay. I'm going to start going over names, everybody. So far, I've been dealing with Nancy. Diana Benedict, I'm being pulled to you for some odd reason. Has your father passed? Because I'm getting dad for some reason. Come on, folks, let's wake up. I work fast when I do this, okay? They spirits take me and jump me to different people. And make sure, everybody, that you hit the like button and that you share the show. A lot of you folks have not been doing that. Well, I guess we lost Diana. I don't know. Christina Lane, good morning, dear. There's my buddy Todd. Good morning, Todd. Todd, I don't mean to pick on you, buddy, but I'm picking up Mom for some odd reason. Is Mom still with us? Because she's saying there was something that you forgot to do. Like she's reminding you, you didn't do so and so, you know? In the meantime, I'll come over here. Eric, my buddy, I am getting like a bug in your stomach. So I don't mean to be gross, everybody, but I just tell it like it is. If by chance you end up with diarrhea, it's like a 24-hour bug is what I'm getting. Sandra Dole, who's Elizabeth? I'm getting Elizabeth as an older lady. Okay, buddy. Because I pick her up for some reason, and I'll do just that. Yes, Elizabeth, Sandra. Okay, now I want to go to the. All right, Eric. The reason I'm going there is because I see, like, I can see your intestines, okay? And I see part of it is dark. And to me, there's something in there. It could be like an infection of some type, or something is lodged where everything doesn't go through like it's supposed to. Stay on top of it, okay? And listen to everything he tells you to do. Is it a guide? I don't know. I just get an older lady. I'm going to go to Sandra. I'm going to go into the neighborhood of around 20s, not 1920, 1930, 1940s, in that area, okay? Because she has one of those dresses that has the collar that's frilly, like, and it's up. And her hair is up in like what they used to call a beehive or a bun. Good, buddy. Because, like we used to say in the old CB days, our CB radios, we'd always say we'd rather talk with you than about you, okay? And I want to talk with you because you're my White Castle buddy. And no White Castles, by the way, Eric. That'll make things worse. No, no, no. Everybody, please pray for Louise Ingemeyer, okay? That's Todd's mama. That's why I picked her up for some odd reason. Okay, going back. Margot, what's up with Doyle's neck? I'm getting his neck for some odd reason. You got to make sure my buddy's okay. Okay. Christina, is it a granddaughter or no? Grandson. I'm getting the ankle area of a young kid. I'm going to say between 3 and 5. I'm getting the ankle to the foot. I don't know if you're a grandma or not, but that's what I picked up. It's a young child, 3 or 5 years old. And I'm going with the ankle to the out part of the foot, the toes. Oh boy. This goes to my daughter, Maria. I'm going to say it this way. Rue's going to have some kind of emergency. And I think it's his mom. Okay? Just so you know. Jose, the spirits are calling you a good soldier. So you wear that proudly, buddy. Mary, Mary, Mary. You don't know how many times I watched the weather, and when I see the East Coast, I go, no, protect her, Lord, please protect her. So I don't know if you're permanently there or what the deal is, but you be careful and be up, make sure you're up on the weather all the time. Sean, the spirits are telling me to tell you to stop yelling. I don't know who you're yelling at, or the kids or what, but they want you to calm down. Okay? They're telling me that you could be close to a nervous breakdown, so please be careful. Or a stroke, because that's how it happened to me. Don't yell. Carol, the spirits are telling me to tell you, the doctor says he's optimistic. They're telling me he's okay. There's my sister from another mother, Rachel. You might get in an argument with you know who, but they're telling me to tell you that it's very minor. Don't let it get out of hand. Okay? They're telling me both in English and Spanish. Relax, calma, relax, calma. Like that. Now, I want you to know something, folks. You could take what I tell you with a grain of salt. But if I tell you something, it's for a reason. The spirits are talking to me, okay? A lot of times I get headaches and I got to go lay down or something. I get real tired after every show. I'm like, in an hour, I'm taking a nap. All right, Mary. I'm going to put you in God's hands, okay? But every time I see bad weather, I'll be praying for you, just so you know. Good morning, Gloria. Good to see you. Well, the minute you start out, girl, where are you at? The minute you start out and you start like, hijo de tu. No. Go in the other room. Have a cup of coffee. Just tell them, we'll talk later, okay? Right now I'm upset. Let's just talk later. And you tell them that I said so. Yes, Carol, please do not give up on praying. I know you pray a lot, so please don't give up on it. But its spirits tell me he's okay. But it's a good thing we jumped on it, you know? I don't like to leave anything undone. And if I see something, you all know how I am. When I see something, boom, I attack you basically. And I'll go with it. I know it's been bugging you and you had a hard time sleeping. But I want you to know one thing, Carol. He won't admit this, but I know. He looks at you like mama. You know, you take care of him and you're a good wife. And that's what he needs. And he needs to appreciate you. Not that he doesn't, but I mean that little extra mile. And he needs to let you know that he loves you and he's very proud of you. Rex, are you listening? Hello, Noe. Okay, I'm gonna go into this page and see what I got over here. Oh, not too many. I just got two people. What is this? Come on. Everybody gets on and gets off. The minute I mention their name, boom, they're gone. I know you do. Carol, I know you love him. He needs to know it, you know? And he leans on you, especially now he's been leaning on you. But you need to, this is going to sound childish, okay? But please don't take it that way. Because I tell Faye a lot of times, I tell Faye, I don't know what I'd do without you. I say, you know, you're my wife, you're my mama, you're my friend, you're my buddy, everything. And I let her know how much I love her. You need to, this sounds crazy, okay? And it may sound childish, but you need to cuddle him in your arms and stroke his hair and let him know. And to say it this way, Mama's here. That's all he needs to know. Mama's here. Boom. That's it. That's what we call each other too. Exactly. We always tell when we work together, Faye and I, we call each other the team. Because you have to work as a team. But just let him know, Carol. Stroke his hair, cuddle him in your arms, and just tell him, Mama's here. I tell Faye, I will protect you to the day I die. Right, honey?
Right.
Because I know a lot of stuff. I know how to take care of things. And I do that. Well, you tell him I said quit being a blockhead and open up to you and let you, you know, your mama, you got to take over. Mamas take over. This is good. I like people who live like this. That's great. And I don't say it to like to pick on him. I don't say it to make fun of him or nothing. I say it because there's times that us big guys or whatever, a lot of times we gotta lean on mama. Because you know, she gives us that charges up our batteries. Right, babe?
Yep.
I tell her all the time I'd be lost without her. And I mean that sincerely. Good morning, Cruz. Hey, Cruz, have you had a bout with hiccups? Did you have the hiccups for a while? I'm getting hiccups all the time. Don't answer right away, Cruz. I got till 12. That's okay. What does he say it now? It says you're watching. Did you have the hiccups for a while? Because I get about with the hiccups. Yes. Okay. Everybody's got their deal, their own remedies, but one that I seen that works. I know they said that plug your nose and put your nose in your lap and hold your breath. Da 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 da. Another one that works too, and for bloody noses, is you take a butter knife and wet it, stick it in the freezer, and then put it on the back of your neck. Thank you, Primo. My cousin Carlos likes my beard, honey. Yo ho 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 ho. It's too early for that. I played Santa Claus one time, and my friends got to film somewhere. I don't know where, but I ended up playing Santa Claus for the whole family. Then one of the guys sat on my lap, and I said, "How about Santa Claus giving you one across your lip?" Yeah, especially now, dear. You're right. You know, I'm going back to the top again, everybody, just so you know. Kathy Little, for some odd reason, I'm being taken to an older lady's house that, to me, she made bread. She had one of those. It's not a wood burning stove. It's one of those ones that they have made out of cement or whatever, and they throw the logs in there and they cook that way. This lady making bread, an older lady. I don't know who this is, but this is for Kathy Little. It's like they used to make bread in the old days, okay? And I can see the oven is like has an arc like that, and there's stones, and it's got the wood in the back, like logs in the back, and it's hot in there, and she's making this homemade bread. And that's for Kathy Little. I don't know who this lady is, but she's around you. Janine Williams, all the way from Australia. How are you, dear? Good to see you on. I'm hanging in there and doing what I can. It's around, I don't know for what you guys are on Celsius. So for us, it's around 58 is going to be our high today. That's why I'm wearing my jacket. No, dear, I've had these glasses for a while. But if I don't use my glasses, I'm going like this all the time. Ay, 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 Janine, please be careful of your foot, dear. Like you step on something and you cut your foot. Please be careful. Oh, Lord. Hey, Primo, my cousin Carlos. Is the Primo okay? The Mama, is she okay? Wow, Sandra, that's a long time. Ah, that's perfect. That is perfect. Please know that she's around you, Kathy. You could say, well, I never met her. It doesn't matter. She knows who you are, so she comes around you. She tells me she takes care of you. And she says she talks in your ear, every now and then says something to your ear. And you get a thought like, oh, yeah, okay, I can do that. It's because Grandma told you. Okay? But I love that. I really do. That is so cool. Dad, make sure you walk with shoes on, Janine. Okay. I get two things, Primo. Good morning, Bobby Joe. Everybody, I'm talking to my cousin Carlos right now. I get two things out of her, okay? Number one, I go to her head and I go to her stomach. So please keep an eye on both. Is she still drinking milk? Because I get milk goes bad and she drinks it. Don't let her. Just check the milk. Boys. Nancy, I read. I can't devote my total time to you because I got a lot of other people. And Nancy, our show is all over the world. Right now, I have my friend Janine from Australia. So I can't just focus on one person, okay? Brenda took a beating from branches. Don't understand that one, Prem. And Nancy, understand this. I'm not picking on you at all, okay? I'm just trying to be courteous and be available for everybody else that wants a reading. And I don't do full readings. I do just partials. What I get from the spirits, I give to you, okay? I'll tell you this, Nancy. If you live in a house, go to the bottom of the stoop of your stairs and sprinkle salt from left to right. Sprinkle a line of salt, and it'll keep them away from your door. If it rains, do it again, and then do one up by your door as you come in. Do you have a daughter around 9 years old, Nancy? Good, Primo. Make sure it's good, though, okay? I don't want it to be spoiled and she drinks it. For your mom, Primo, I would tell you make sure that you guys buy the milk like every other day or whatever. I know the weather right now is crazy and it's going to get crazier, everybody. Just so you know. All right. That's the reason they take me there. To when she was 9. Is she still dealing with it? Because they're telling me she's not done yet. This is for Nancy. I'm dealing with her daughter right now. Okay. I'm going to go also with this, Nance. You need to go through the foods that she eats because there's something that activates it, like an allergy per se, but something that she eats triggers it. So we need to find out what that is. So start whatever she's going to eat for the day, keep track of what it is. Okay? Like I said, I'm not a doctor, but I know a lot. I'm 75 years old. I've been through a lot of stuff. And plus with my spirits helping me, I see a lot of things. Now aren't you glad, Nance, that you logged on to the show? And please tell your friends about me, okay? About us. We do the show, me and my wife, but I got her suspended right now. She's been a bad girl and she's sitting in the corner. She's in timeout. Yeah, right. She hit me with the pad. Doo! Primo, I just want to make sure that everybody stays around, I love my family. I want us to see my family. So, Primo, was Mama or Dad's favorite pancakes? Was the pancakes the favorite? I'm getting a lot of pancakes for some reason. Nancy, I do private readings. In fact, you know what? Make a friend request first to make sure that I get everything. And then, because I do my readings when you're far away, I do them over the phone with Facebook Messenger. Sandra, I try. Folks, please understand, I still do private readings, okay? I always ask that you have a notebook that you can write everything down because when I'm done with you, a little while later, boom, I forget exactly what I told you. Because when I'm in, and when I'm out, I'm out. Okay? Nancy, stop calling that to yourself. The more you say it, the more they will. Just say they're going to leave me alone. And you need to pray to Saint Raymond. So tell him to shut the mouth of whomever it is. If they're saying bad things about you, you want them to shut up. So you ask Saint Raymond to help you. Bobby Joe, why am I picking up your shoulder? I'm getting the back of your shoulder. I want to go with the shoulder in the wing area. I'm back there. And this is for Bobby Joe, Shalene, Jojo. Dad, I'm doing the show right now. Do you mind? Sandra, the spirits are telling me to tell you you're going to have a big surprise. It's a good one. Just so you know. And Bobby Joe, you haven't answered me yet. I'm at the back, on your back by the wing. Because it hurts bad, and I don't know why. That's why they're taking me there. You need to have an MRI done, or what's the other one? Sonogram. There's something in there that's wrong. You know, it could be a pinched nerve, it could be a bone chip, something like that. But I need you to go get that taken care of. And try not to lift anything heavy on that side. Started last night. Okay. The spirits take me there, so I pick it up. I tell you what I see. Pinguini, stop making so much noise. Daddy's right here. Oh, he wants to be covered up. Mama's got to tuck him in. I have a Chihuahua that's 17 years old, and my Chihuahua Terrier, Max, he's 16 years old. But he's still a youngster, huh, Dad? Right? Yeah. Sandra, I know I don't have to tell you this, but I know. Just remember me. Okay, let's go back to names again, everybody. Okay, Bobby Joe, that's a good idea. Gloria, I'm going to Robert for some odd reason. They're pulling me to Robert. I don't know if he's still on the road or what he's doing, but you tell him that I said to get a physical. I want an x-ray. Okay, I'm going to the upper part of the body. Oh, what a sweetheart. I love that. I really do. Thank you, Sandra. Oh, boy. Todd, thank you, buddy. Wow, that's coming from you, Todd. That to me is a big compliment. Thank you. Thank you so much. And this is why I'm on every week, folks. I try to, I got this third eye. Like, say it like this. I got this thing in my way, and it's like a third eye, and I just keep seeing things. No, it's a gift. And I use my gift to help you folks. That's why I do the show every week. I come on here for an hour and a half. Sometimes I wish it was like, this is what I want, my biggest dream, okay? To have a church that has an auditorium. And in that auditorium, I want to be able to have like a radio station per se, okay? And then do a segment about 2-3 hours and do a segment of readings. And in the auditorium, have people come to the auditorium and do readings there. You're sitting in your chair, and I go amongst the crowd, or I have you go to the microphone, bang, and I read for you. That's what my biggest dream is, believe it or not. Todd, you get to me, man. You're gonna make me cry. Thank you, Jose. Please, everybody, hit the thumbs up button and share the show. Share it with your family, your friends, your groups. If anybody has a connection with Linda G, the Comanche reader, stop it. The Comanche psychic. Please get a hold of her and have her. I want to connect with her. I really do. She reads like I read. We're real close reading wise. Before she says something, if there's a question that comes, stop. There's a question that comes up on her screen. Before she answers it, I answer it. And then she answers the same thing. Stop it. You leave Kitty alone. That's the kind of church, Todd, believe it or not, that's what I've always wanted. I want to preach, first off, okay? Understand this. I'm like you guys. I'm a sinner too. I'm not an angel per se, but the spirits give me messages. They give me things to say. And overall, there's a lot of stuff that a prime example, I'm not bragging or nothing, but I went with my friend when went down to San Antonio. I went with my friend to a little town called Pearsall, Texas. And I got to talk to alcoholics, drug addicts, prostitutes, everything, just like the Lord did. And I'm not saying I'm him, no, I'm just a messenger. I talked to over 100 people. And when I came back home again, my friend that I call my sister, she called me up and said, brother, you're not going to believe this. I said, what? She goes, you remember all those people you talked to? And I said, yeah. She said, you changed the lives of over 100 people. Those that did drugs, stopped doing them. Those that drank a lot, sobered up. Those that were prostitutes, they settled down and now they're married. And I'm going like, wow, when the Spirit, God and the Holy Spirit come into me and I talk, it's because like they take over and they tell me what to say. And I tell a lot of people, like the cigarette people, or not cigarette, but the drinkers, the ones that were alcoholics, I would tell them, how long do you want to make somebody else rich? And what do you mean? I said, don't you pay for that? Well, yeah, you got to pay for it. No, you don't. I said, you pay for it because you want to pay for it. I said, because you have the craving inside. When you realize what that craving is, you'll get it out and look at it and say, no, I want to save this money. I want to take this money and feed my family. The same with cigarettes. When I saw how much cigarettes almost blew me away. $12 for a pack of cigarettes? And I remember when it went up to 50 cents, that's when I quit. It used to be 35 when I smoked them. When they went up to 50 cents, boom, I was done. And I think to myself, these people, these big companies, all these oligarchs, as they call them, are rich because we're feeding into their product. Why don't we feed into our family? Make our family the product. Enrich your family by giving them what they want, Go to the store like, oh, well, honey, we only got $30 to spend. Well, you would have had a lot more if you didn't buy that beer and you didn't buy those cigarettes. Think about this. God gave you a brain. Use it. Your family should come first before you. It took a long time for me to click onto that, but I know now. My family needs help. I'm there. Same with Faye's family. They know they can come. They call me Papa, so they come to me, and Papa's there to help. And I love that. I really do. It makes me feel like I'm not just chucked aside, and I'm not just Faye's husband. It makes me feel good. It really does. So look at it that way. feeding your family, okay? And I'm going to be posting little things here and there. Feeding your family and taking care of your family. Because when you take care of your family and you sober up and you quit smoking, you're going to look back and go, I did it. Look at my family. They're thriving. They're eating good. They're happy. Just because I quit drinking and I quit smoking. Mind you now, I'm not going to say I'm an angel, because every now and then I'll have a beer. Every now and then I'll have a glass of wine. Okay? Just to kill the craving, and that's it. Not to go nuts with it. I don't do drugs. The only drug I used to do was just weed, and that was it. And the last time I smoked weed was with my son before he died. And he brought a joint over, and me and him had it, and a couple of beers together. And I treasure that. I'll never forget that. But that was the last time I smoked. So other than that, I'm kind of what they would call clean. So these are not really, you guys are, you're going to get to me, I'll tell you that. Before the show's over, if I don't cry. Okay, Gloria says about Robert, my friend Robert, that he was in a car accident in January. And he works at Disney Treasure. But please let him know what I said, okay? I just get things. You all know that I just get what I get, okay? I don't make this stuff up. I don't have to. The spirits keep me going. Thank you, Todd. I'm not saying I'm as pure as the driven snow. No, I'm not. But I'll tell you, when I had my heart attack and my stroke and I passed over and came back, I came back a totally different person. I love a lot of people. You know, I love what I do. I love a lot of people. Hey, I'm right here. And I share my gift with you guys, because who am I to keep it? You know what I mean? If I said, okay, I'm not doing the show ever again, I don't want to hurt you guys like that. Not that I'm the best thing that ever hit, the market. I'm not. There's a lot of readers out there, a lot of them. But I'm wondering if those readers have the sincerity that I have. I care about all of you guys. You mean the world to me. So can I borrow $50? No. Oh, Lord. Wow. 25 cents, Eric? I think didn't they start out at like 18 cents a pack or something like that? I remember I used to smoke Bull Durham, and that was when I was in jail, believe it or not, folks. I was in jail. You get the pack of Bull Durham, and they give you the papers, and it costs a quarter. Then it went up to 35 cents. And Bull Durham was a pack of a little bag of tobacco, and you roll your own. I remember all that stuff. Bobby Joe, yes, for now. Don't laugh about it, because it does work. But put it on there. Have somebody put it on, and do not take it off. We are talking about Vicks and virgin olive oil. You rub it together and you rub it on the sore spot, okay? Well, thank you for those kind words, Nancy. And just so you know, everybody knows you're not a fan of the show. You are now you become part of the family of the show. Okay? Everybody here is family. And remember this, Nance, just like Bobby Joe just reminded me. If you have something sore or something that really hurts, get virgin olive oil and Vicks. Rub it together and put it on the sore spot and leave it there. Don't rub it off. Leave it there all day. Thank you, buddy. You know, God bless you guys. You know, you're too much for me, man. I might break down after the show just to hold on. "8 years old, holy moly!" You don't smoke cigarettes then. Just remember this: any vice that you have right now, whether it be drugs, whether it be booze, whether it be cigarettes, I don't care what it is. My vice right now are Twinkies, so I'm okay. You're taking food away from your family, and I mean that literally. You're taking food off the table by your vices. And who's more important, you or your family? Okay? Now, today, our topic of the day is love yourself. How can you love yourself when you're killing yourself with cigarettes and booze and drugs? There's going to come a time when you finally say, you know, I had enough of this. My thing happened after my heart attack and my stroke. And I was in my 50s. I think, I was around 54 or something like that, or 53, because my birthday's in October. And I just got tired of doing the same old stuff. And I said, that's it. Enough is enough. Oh, honey, listen to this about Janine. If I was there to see you, I would bring you chocolate milk and banana bread. Girl, you know I love both of those. Thank you for that. So, everyone, I have to unlock the bar doors a little bit. All right, honey. For those who are in the Twin City area, my daughter is going to be working today at Yours, it's called. Yorg's. It's under there somewhere. She's going to be working at this place, everyone, so you can see it. It's called Yorg's. It's on the corner of 6th Street and Mariah on the east side. Okay? It looks like an apartment complex, but it's a bar. Trust me. You can go in there and tell Maria that, say, your dad sent me. And go say hi to her. It's not that she's going to give you a free beer or something, but no. But anyway, everybody, I guess we got to be running. They're telling me to get off. My daughter's telling me. Just so everybody knows, I'm always here for you, okay? During the week, you know, if you want to reach me, there you can see the phone number. Hit me up on my cell phone, 210-992-9798. And everybody said, why do you have a Texas cell phone? Because I lived there for 27 years. And a lot of people know who I am. And I want to keep the connection. Okay? So, Nancy, as we say every show, at the end of the show, we say, love everyone you can on this earth. Let them know you love them. And why? Because number one is this. Because love is life, and life is love. God be with you all during the week because I know we're going to go through some more hell. And everybody says, oh, well, it's getting better. No, trust me, folks. Those of you who've been with me for what's going on 8 years now, you know, when I see something and I say something, it's there. Okay. And I'm not trying to brag or nothing like that. But I've been doing this for over 22 years, so I know what I'm seeing. And I know what I'm saying. If by chance you have not stocked up yet, please stock up on water, canned goods, dry goods, batteries, flashlight, candles. Thank God we're starting to warm up outside, but blankets, pillows, because there will be no more internet, there will be no more uh, TV, no more radio, no nothing. Go to your bank and withdraw if you have money in the bank. Withdraw enough money to last for at least 6 months and get a lot of your bills in small denominations because you're going to have to go to the store and they're not going to have change because the registers won't work. Okay? Gas up. Fill up your tank if you can and use your vehicle as little as possible because when push comes to shove and we hit that spot when everything goes out, you'll thank me. Okay? Hello, Rachel Martinez. We're going. But I just want you guys to be on top of everything, you know? So, God willing, we'll be here next week at 10:30 in the morning Central Standard Time. Right now, I got 12:03. So, if they don't take, because I told you guys they're going to attack the electrical grid, they're going to attack the water. And the vehicles will stop running, meaning trucks too, to bring us supplies. So, if and when that happens, you'll know who told you. This is why I say stock up on water, canned goods, and dry goods, and everything else you need to survive. Mainly crackers and peanut butter and jelly. And I mean that sincerely, folks, because bread is you're gonna go through a loaf of bread like that because there's only 18 slices in a loaf of bread. Why do I know that? Because when I was in jail, we had to count the slices. And I remember I didn't get any. I was at the end of the line. And so trust me when I say what I say, it's going to happen. Everybody says, no, we're going back and this and that. Doesn't matter. I know what I seen. When I said they're going to attack the electrical grid, they did. When I said there's going to be earthquakes, there was. When I said there's going to be volcano eruptions, there was. When I said that the National Guard or the Army will be passing out food and water, they did. Folks, I don't talk. I tell you guys this all the time. I don't talk for my health. I talk for yours. And you can take what I say with a grain of salt. But who knows more? Who knows differently? I do. And I know way ahead of time. Usually I tell you guys things that are going to happen a month in advance. Or usually they happen like in 2 days. I don't know. But I know what I know and I know what I know. Trust me, my dear, I will try to. The Lord put me where I'm at, and the Lord can take it away. But I try not to violate his rule, okay? I try to be as saintly as possible. So everybody, please love everyone you can on this earth because, once again, I'm going with Jose here and my daughter. Love is life and life is love. We have t-shirts and coffee cups that say just that. And I'll be here next week at 10:30 in the morning, God willing. So you be here. They used to say that on TV at the news. They would say, "We were there because you were there." No, you were there because we were there. So be here next week at 10:30 Central Standard Time, and I'll see you then. Big kiss. God love you all. Take care, and we'll see you down the road. Adios.